So good morning and welcome to a dark and a little bit cold Rosslare Europort here in Wexford, Ireland. And today I'm travelling from here, Rosslare, over to Pembroke Dock with Irish Ferries. And then when we get to Pembroke Dock, we're turning around, getting straight back on the ferry and coming back around 8 hours round trip. Now before you think I'm totally crazy, I do have a little bit of a side mission and there's a reason why I'm doing this. But for now, let's go get checked in and I'll tell you a bit more about that when we're on board. Yeah, so this is the inside of the terminal at Rosslare Europort. There's not really much there, to be honest. There's the desks for all the different ferry companies. This is the upstairs bit that used to be used many years ago. It's just a lot of seating, just while you're waiting for your ferry to depart. So if you are travelling, don't get there too early, or earlier than you need to. Obviously, check in on time, just in case anyone needs to know where Rosslare Harbour is. So this is the little minibus that they bring you out to the ferry on. There's no walkway out directly to the ferry. You have to go onto this minibus. You have to wait for a driver to come. The minibus drives, gets onto the ferry. You get off, just like as if you were a car passenger. You have to walk up to the passenger areas, then on the other side, back down to the vehicle decks, onto the minibus, and someone has to come onto the ferry and drive the minibus off of the ferry into the terminal. It's okay in theory, but you're sitting around for a while waiting for people to come to drive the minibus, whereas if they had a walkway that you could just walk off the ferry and into the terminal, like it used to be years ago, it would be a lot better. So earlier on I made reference to in the video to having a little bit of a side mission, and just wanted to go through a little bit what that was. So did you ever wake up one day and have a feeling, a hankering for something nice to eat? A hamburger, a pizza, something like that? Well, I did. I had a need for Greggs. So if you're in the UK or Ireland even, you probably know what Greggs is. If you're not, look it up, definitely worth it. I wanted a Greggs sausage roll. So obviously being in Ireland, we don't have a Greggs. And then I thought about it, and we do actually have a Greggs on the island of Ireland. There's one in Belfast, but that's a long way away. So I thought, where's my closest Greggs? And it turns out that there's a Greggs in Pembroke Dock. So I thought, why not hop on a ferry, go across the Pembroke Dock and get a Greggs. So while I'm doing that, let's have a look around the vessel that we're on, and thought I'd bring you with me. Let's see if I can get my Greggs as well. So here's some shots of us leaving Rosslare Port before we headed inside to have an explore around the ferry. This was the first place we came across, Boylan's Brasserie. It's very quiet. Not so many people eating breakfast in the brasserie this morning, completely empty. I actually don't think there's so many people on board the vessel today. Seems like a quiet sailing for a Saturday morning. Anyway, we're a little bit closer to our Greggs. Oh, it's closed. So this crossing actually only cost us €16 per person return. I thought it was an absolute bargain for a Saturday. It filled the day when there's bad weather at home. If you did want to stay overnight and come back the following day, the price increases. This price was only just for a same day go and return. I think a lot of people take advantage of leaving Europe, technically going to the UK and then being able to get cheap duty free. The duty free shop on board the Inisfree was absolutely huge. They had loads, hundreds and hundreds of different scents for men and women, and obviously lower prices than what you could find on the high street. Also the usual jewellery and gifts, and it goes without saying, a huge amount of alcoholic choice, and really quite reasonable as well. There was 4 litre bottles of spirits for €45, or 2 for €25. This wine here, this barefoot wine, €5.99 a bottle. I think in Tesco here in Ireland at the moment that's around €10 or €11 at the moment. So it really was worth the €16 if you were planning on stocking up. When we came out of the duty free shop, this was the driver's lounge. No one in there. Here were some of the prices of the coffees and things in the restaurant. I didn't think it was so bad. I did find out later, however, that a pint of beer Moretti, was €7.90. So that's quite high. But I suppose you're on a ferry in the middle of the sea, so I think maybe they deserve to charge a little bit extra, do they? What do you think? Actually in the club class lounge on the Isle of Inisfree. It's €21 to gain access to here, but you have the comfortable seats and they've got the snacks, soft drinks, coffees, teas. There's also wine available if you so wish. I don't at this time of the morning, but some people may. So let's go and see what snacks we have available. So we're about 2 hours into the crossing, so around halfway across, and it's actually quite interesting because you can already see some land. You can actually see whales. I can almost smell this great sausage roll, so it's great being in the club lounge. €21. Maybe if you enjoy a glass of wine, it might be worth it. But it's really nice in there. The staff are amazing, so friendly. Everyone's always kind of asking, are you okay, do you need help with anything? But that's the same for all over the ship, not just in the lounge. Yeah, really enjoying travelling with Irish Ferries so far. But for now, let's get back inside, get back into the warm, and let's get that sausage roll. Okay, I'm going to take back what I said. €21, 100% worth it. Look what fresh food's just come out. Spring rolls with sweet chili sauce. So we've still got around about 1 hour to go, maybe just slightly less. and you can see we're just coming in past, I believe, St Anne's Head, going to be going in past Milford Haven and then into Pembroke Dock. Our wind has died down a little bit now, it's not quite as blustery as it was. I suppose we've got a bit of shelter from the land, but it's been a really pleasant crossing despite a bit of wind. A few little bumps here and there, but nothing major. So not long now until we'll be in, so we'll catch up again when we're done. So we're off the ferry. We've got 1 hour. It's 1:05 now. Been told to be back by 2 o'clock at the latest for the sailing at 2:45. So now the rush is on to get to Greg's. Guys, guess what I spy? Sausage, cheese and bean melt, as well as sausage roll. So what do you reckon? Worth 8 hours on a ferry? If you were going to Greg's, what would you get? And what's the furthest you'd go to get it? What's the furthest you'd go to get any food thing? Am I just crazy? Maybe. So, a full belly now. Came all the way to Pembroke for my Greg's. Time to head back for the ferry. So, about 25 minutes now until I have to check in for the sailing back. So, let's see what Pembroke Dock is like. I'm sorry to say there's not actually too much in Pembroke Dock. Lots of empty units for rent. This is Tusker Rock, just off the Wexford coast. Showing us the correct way to go. And here's Rosslare Harbour in the distance. You can see the Stena boat actually beats us back this afternoon. So we're just approaching Rosslare again now this evening. I've had a really enjoyable day travelling with Irish Ferries on the Isle of Inisfree. Really good. I've got to say the staff have been fantastic. Everywhere you go on the ship, everyone's really helpful, asking can they do anything for you. It was really quiet crossing. There was hardly any passengers on there at all. I think these routes are mainly for freight now, I'm sure. Although they wouldn't say it, I'm sure Irish Ferries and Stena Line on the Fishguard route would be more than happy if there was no passengers. But it's been a really great day. A long day, but it was kind of fun, so I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got up to today. Don't forget, if you like the video, give it a like, and maybe you might consider subscribing as well, helping to support what I do. Take care.